Hello, and welcome to a Broken Binding unboxing. This, my friends, is their October subscription book, to which you're thinking, Sean, it's November. Yeah, but it's not that far into November. I'm a little behind. I'm in the U.S. Broken Binding is over in the U.K. That's just bound to happen. But I mentioned in the September video, which was posted in October, that there was some outcry from the fans over the Lacanius trilogy, of which this is book number 2 by James Islington. We got bubble wrap like normal. So this, my friends, is an echo of things to come, the second book in the Lacanius trilogy. Nice little bookmark comes with it. The danger of evil, the purpose of evil, is that it causes those who would oppose it to become evil also. Very interesting. Now, given that it's been like 2 weeks since I unbound the last one, look at that. I'm improving my unwrapping skills because I'm an idiot. Look at that. Thank you, everybody who's been laughing at my unwrapping skills. I've taken your feedback to heart. But I laugh at myself as well. Anyways, this is the second title. As it's been 2 weeks since I got the last book, I have not read the first book yet. This one's a lot heftier, though. I mean, the first one was pretty hefty, too, but this guy is a tome. Look at that. James Islington, an echo of things to come. So anyways, this whole Lacanius trilogy took a little while, had some delays because of the page edges. So the original design was posted, and they had gradients, a little gray gradient on the edges, starting off light gray, getting darker, presumably, at least I haven't read this series, presumably because some people are turning evil. But the fans said, you know what, why can't we just have colors that match the color scheme of the book already? The Broken Binding said, all right, stop the presses, we're doing that, which delayed them a little bit. Put them back. So their September book really got published in October. Their October book, it did arrive in some households in October, but right now we're, a week into November. Here's my copy. I did just get a notification the other day that my November book shipped, so I should actually have that in November, which is incredible. Anyways, an echo of things to come. I've heard it favorably compared to The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan, also with some Brandon Sanderson. There it is, right on the back. Love The Wheel of Time. This is about to become a new favorite series, right on the back. I love those blurbs. I really like the first 3 books of The Wheel of Time. And then I never finished the series. I got to about book 8, and unfortunately it just kind of slogged down on me. I promised myself that I'm going to finish it one day, but Robert Jordan was edited by his wife, and she did not like to cut anything out. So there's a lot going on in those books. Lacanius trilogy is a trilogy, so, it's completed. It's 3 books, which means if you're taking out all that excess that's in The Wheel of Time, I'm on board. I love it. Nice little quote on the back. There we go. We have printed end papers. Nice little design. And we should have... Oh, mine's a little ripped there, but that's probably just due to the, some bleeding from the sprayed edges. Signed by James Islington, number 805 to match my other copy, The Shadow of What Was Lost, as well as my other subscription books. We have, once again, the text feels large. Yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't have large margins or anything. It's kind of small margins, really. Somebody online pointed out that, was it the chapter numbers are different? I gotta go back and check that out now. Somebody pointed out something that's gonna bug the hell out of me. That's what happened. Someone said oh yeah, you want a map? There's a map. I love it. Looks kind of like an inverted version of the UK. But somebody mentioned that the chapter numbers, which were like numeric numbers or spelled out in the first book, are now, just regular numeric numbers. I'll have to compare them. That happened with the Willowing Flame as well. Really bugged the hell out of me, but it's fine. It's just a fancy trade edition that's signed. That's kind of a complaint that many people have with Broken Binding. It's not really a small press. They're not publishing it themselves. They're publishing it in collaboration with other publishers, and they're just doing their own special edition. You get glued binding because it's a UK book. That's just what happens. But you know what? I mean, I like science fiction and fantasy. Although this is all fantasy. their subscription. They said they might do another subscription next year, which is like science fiction and horror, which has me intrigued, but I'm also getting subscription fatigue because that's going to be costing a lot of money. But I love fantasy, so I'm going to keep subscribing to this one for as long as I can. So anyways, I haven't really talked about the book itself, and that's strategically because I can't really tell you anything about the book itself because I haven't read the first one. So amnesty has been granted for all the augurs, which are the magic users that were kicked out, who, they weren't supposed to be using their magic the way they were using it. Davian, the main character, is now fled north, hurrying north to the ever-weakening boundary. Fresh horrors along the path suggest that the reprieve may have come far too late. Meanwhile, Caden couldn't tell you who that is. I apologize. Once I read the first book, I'll come back and give you one hell of a synopsis on the second book. But if you haven't read the first book, you're probably not going to want a synopsis on the second book either. Anyways, you might be watching because you want to see what the Broken Binding does. Like I said, it's kind of just a trade edition. It's a fancy trade edition, but I like it. It's a little bit pricier than what a trade edition would be, but I mean, you get a signature with it, so I'm all for it. I'm a big Joe Abercrombie fan. That's what really sold me on it. It was the first Law trilogy that started this whole thing. Couldn't resist getting some Joe Abercrombie. The rest of it's just me along for the ride, getting some nice fantasy along the way. So, like I said, Echo of Things to Come, The Light of Things Lost, is that what the name of the third book is on its way to me. If I could flip this page, The Light of All That Falls is the third book. It's on its way to me. That's the November title. December title is The Goblin Emperor. Empress, I believe. Subterranean Press is doing an edition of that, but I slacked on the Subterranean Press edition because I already have the Broken Binding edition coming along. Anyways, there is a wait list for the subscription to the Broken Binding, but there are plenty of other exclusive titles on their site that you don't need to be a subscriber to purchase. They recently, at the end of October, did an out-of-print sale. I presume they're going to do another out-of-print sale later on, where you can actually buy copies of the Lacanius trilogy or the Willing Flame trilogy or various other titles from the Broken Binding. Link in the description below to both their subscription site where you can get the waitlist or the exclusive editions, or just the regular site where they just have regular old books. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you around next time.